Bad news for Ethiopian Birr, Ethiopian currency, which has been falling since July last year. In July, when macroeconomic reforms were introduced, it was said that the reforms would kill the black market, foreign exchange black market. But it seems black market is out of control now. What is bare dollar exchange rate in black market? What will be the impact of this rising value of dollar against bear in black market? Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching. Today is Friday, viewers, and from Friday we start live chats. Last week we could host only one live chat. Hopefully we'll host some live chats this week. Hopefully tonight we'll have this week's first live chat at the usual time, 1800 GMT. So do join with your questions and comments. It was July 2024 when the Ethiopian government introduced macroeconomic reforms. Foreign exchange market was liberalized. Means before July 2024, Ethiopian government used to determine rate of price of birr against dollar against other currencies. But in July, after the reforms, determination of the price of birr against other currencies was left to market. So now market forces are deciding the value of birr. Supply and demand are deciding the value of birr against dollar. And banks were allowed to buy and sell foreign currency after the reforms. Foreign exchange bureaus were established too. Some were given registration certificates and they are now buying and selling currency. So government withdrew from controlling the determination of the value of birr against other currencies. And when these reforms were introduced last year, back then the price of dollar against birr in official market was around 57 birr per dollar. In black market, it was around 120. And the government in July, I think the PM, he said that the introduction of macroeconomic reforms would kill the black market, because last year the Ethiopian government had no foreign exchange. It had no currency. That is why black market was flourishing. So these macroeconomic reforms were basically required by IMF and World Bank. After Ethiopia agreed to introduce the reforms, IMF and World Bank gave billions of US dollars to the Ethiopian government. It was being expected that the financial injection given by IMF and World Bank will kill the black market, or the gap in birr's value against dollar in black and open markets will close considerably, which has not happened. Why? What is the price of birr against dollar in official market and in black market today while I'm recording this video, and what is the reason behind the significant gap? Well, now the Ethiopian National Bank is conducting bi-weekly dollar auction. It is selling dollars to banks twice a week. It means that the government has foreign currency. That is why it is able to sell dollars to banks. On the 5th of June, auction of dollars was held, and National Bank sold around 50 million US dollars for 134.95 birr per dollar. Then, after 2 weeks in June, I think it was yesterday, 19th of June, again, National Bank of Ethiopia sold 50 to 60 million dollars to banks, and this time price of beer rose a little against dollar, means beer declined 136.63 beer per dollar, from 134.95 to 136.63. This is official rate, selling rate from National Bank to the other banks. Then these other banks, commercial banks, they sell dollars with some margin too. We can say that the selling price by the banks should be under 140. But in the last 2 days, beer has lost more in black market. Dollar is gaining. Now, when I'm recording this video, 160 beer per dollar is the price in black market. In official market, less than 140. And even this 160 beer per dollar price is set to rise reportedly because demand is high. Supply is limited, demand is high, and in coming days, you could see beer reach or fall to 165 against dollar, maybe 170. 170 beer per dollar is the expected price in black market in coming days because demand is very high, supply is limited, even in black market. Ethiopian government in May made some decisions which showed that the government had abundant reserves of foreign currency. It raised some limits which it had imposed last year. I mean, the limit for personal travel was raised to $10,000. Business travel limit for people was raised to $15,000, and banking foreign exchange fees were fixed at 4%. So in May, these decisions indicated that the government had control, it was in control, it had abundant reserves of foreign currency, and that is why the price of beer in black market against dollar remained stable in May. But in June, things changed now. Again, beer is falling and dollar is gaining in value. It means that the macroeconomic reforms could not deliver. It means that the macroeconomic reforms could not kill the black market. By the way, you know that the Ethiopian government launched crackdown on agents, on people who are involved in black market foreign exchange dealings. In Tog Vajale on Ethiopia Somaliland border, an operation was conducted. Mobile networks were suspended there for several days. Government wanted to kill the black market. It could not. Bear is still losing in the black market. And in coming days, we're going to see more taxation, which I hinted at in some videos. Indirect taxation in the form of value added tax, VAT on fuel, on items of daily use. So beer losing value, more taxation. How to sum it up? Well, we can safely sum up that hard times ahead for Ethiopians. Ethiopians with fixed income, Ethiopians with low income, for them 2025 and 2026 are going to be very difficult years. In a video last night, I shared with you a report by an international news source which claims that Ethiopia is at number one in Africa in terms of cost of living. The cost of living in this country is the highest in Africa. Why? It's mainly because of the declining value of beer against other currencies, especially against US dollar. Thanks for watching.